Hello, what is up everyone? My name is KaitoNolan and let's talk about Regirock. The last time I could not make the counter guy for the Regi Ice, the reason why was Ryan from Pokebattler. He moved and he was busy, so he didn't have the setup, and then there was a bug on the website that he had to fix. And then he also had to regenerate the slides, and then the new shadow came out and all that stuff happened, and it just the slides weren't ready, so that was the reason why I had to skip it. But this time there's a new shadow. I'm gonna talk about the Gator, and let's get started, okay? So Regirock, it's a pure rock, okay? Rock is actually very fun, like you get to use so many Pokemons, but that's also the issue. I tweeted about it, that like Regi Ice was one of those legendaries that have different counters. Depending on the weather, the top counter changes. Regirock will be the same. The annoying part is, now we need to add the grass Pokemon to the mix. So I'm gonna break down all that with the different weather, and then we're gonna go over it, okay? So let's start with the Shadow Metagross. So the damage 5, bulk 5, consistency 5, yes, the perfect score. And the best moveset is Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash. I cannot say shut up and use Metagross, okay? Like I said, the top counter would change according to the weather. So let's look at it, okay? So Shadow Metagross is Psychic and Steel, so even the Focus Blast will be a neutral damage, and the Zap Cannon also neutral damage, and it's going to resist Stone Edge because the Steel resists Rock. Overall, Shadow Metagross, yes, that's the best counter. Especially if you don't know the weather, like you get the raid invite, you don't know the weather. This is like the safest option. So make sure and have the team of Metagross, like Shadow Metagross and a mix with the regular Metagross ready to go, okay? So obviously the Metagross will be the best counter in snow too. So neutral weather, snow, then yes, Metagross. So let's look at the regular Metagross, okay? If you don't have a Shadow, don't sweat it. Regular Metagross is perfectly fine. Pika! So the damage 4, bulk 5, consistency 4, same moveset, same defense. The rating is basically, it's comparing regular Metagross to the Shadow. So he is perfectly fine. He's really good. So if you have the regular Metagross, have that team ready to go, okay? It's Metagross team will always shine, okay? So the neutral weather or any weather that you don't know when you're gonna invite, the Metagross is the way to go, okay? Let's talk about the cloudy weather. In cloudy weather, Shadow Machamp and Shadow Hariyama will outperform Shadow Metagross. Oh, so yeah, it's really annoying, I know. So the damage 4, bulk 2, consistency 4, best moveset is Counter Dynamic Punch. Yes, so if you have the Machamp, it's all good. Let's look at the defense. The Focus Blast, Zap Cannon, neutral damage, and it's going to resist Stone Edge. The fighting resists Rock. So yes, against Stone Edge, the fighting will always shine. Just be careful when it's cloudy. The Focus Blast will be boosted. Fighting does not resist fighting. It's a neutral damage, so it's gonna hit fighting Pokemon pretty hard. So I want you to know that. And then obviously I'll get to the Lucario later. So Shadow Hariyama, this guy will outperform the Shadow Metagross in cloudy. So you know, the damage 4, bulk 2, consistency 4, best moveset is Counter Dynamic Punch, and the same defense because he's a pure fighting just like Machamp. So if you have Shadow Hariyama, you're good to go. And let's look at the Conkeldurr. He will be the top no shadow fighting counter. So damage 4, bulk 4, consistency 5, best moveset, Counter Dynamic Punch, and then the same defense like Focus Blast, Zap Cannon, neutral damage, and then it's going to resist Stone Edge. So Conkeldurr is so good, like I actually really love him. He's tanky, too tankier than Machamp, and he hits harder than a regular Machamp. So if you don't have those shadows, yes, Conkeldurr, perfectly fine, good to go. Let's look at the Lucario. So the damage 3, bulk 0, consistency 3, best moveset is Counter Aura Sphere. The thing about the Lucario is he is part Steel, so yes, he's going to weak to Focus Blast. Especially like in cloudy, watch out, it's going to one-shot Lucario, like one-shot KO. So Yeah, Lucario is a little difficult Pokemon to use, especially like I said, when you get invited, you don't know the weather, you don't know the moveset. So, if you have the Conkeldurr, I highly recommend using Conkeldurr over Lucario any day. This time, Lucario is just not gonna be the top counter, that I'll say. But because of the steel and a fighting typing, he will double resist Stone Wedge. So against Stone Wedge, Lucario will shine. So yeah, that's like the really difficult part of it. But yeah, if you don't know anything about moveset or weather, I'll probably gonna avoid using Lucario. And now let's look at the rainy weather. In rain, yes, the Mega Blastoise is the top counter, okay? This guy is going to outperform Shadow Metagross, so let's look at it. The damage 5, bulk 4, consistency 4, best moveset is Water Gun, Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon is a community day move, so if you don't have one, please go ahead and use Elite Charge TM and get a Hydro Cannon. It's worth it. Like, Hydro Cannon is just so amazing. I'm gonna get to all that later on, but so let's look at the defense. The Focus Blast Stone Edge is a neutral damage, and it's gonna be weak to Zap Cannon because Zap Cannon is electric and he's a pure water. So but I think a lot of people use the Mega Charizard Y against the Zap Cannon Genesect, so probably you'll know how to dodge. So I don't think it's a lot of issues, but he's very tanky. I highly recommend bringing the Mega Blastoise so in rain. And let's get to Shadow Swampert, and I am also gonna talk about Shadow Gator because I had some people ask me on Twitter about where Gator stands, and then I am absolutely gonna tell you how to use Gator. So let's look at the Shadow Swampert first, shall we? So it's damage 4, bulk 4, consistency 3, best moveset is Macho Hydro Cannon, Water Gun Hydro Cannon with perfectly fine. So it really does not matter. I know a lot of people keeping it as a mud shot for the rockets and stuff like that. So if you have it like that, it's good. It's perfectly fine. Okay. So then let's look at the defense. The Focus Blast is a neutral damage, and it's going to resist Zap Cannon and Stone Edge because the Swampert is a Pog ground. The ground double resists electric. I say this all the time. You should know by now. So that is the reason why you still have the single resistance to Zap Cannon. And then the water resists rocks. So yes, Shadow Swampert, it's good. And then here's the reason why that I'm gonna tell you. The Shadow Swampert is better than Shadow Gator. So I know Shadow Gator is a new Shadow in town, and some people might have gotten decent Gator. So I'm going to break this down, okay? I'm gonna break this down for real, because there's something that I have to say. So the damage 4, bulk 0, consistency 3, best moveset is Waterfall Hydro Cannon. But no, I will not recommend Waterfall, to be honest. I will probably recommend Water Gun any day. Water Gun has a higher EPS, the energy per second. Waterfall does hit hard, but I will not pair Waterfall Hydro Cannon. I will do that as a Water Gun. So if you gotten like a really good IV Gator, if you want to use with the full potential, then I highly recommend you to use the Elite Fast TM and change it to Water Gun. But also, if you're like me and Kai, does all this unique water, unique electric, unique dragons and stuff like that, a Gator can be used as ice. It has an Ice Fang, Ice Beam. So if that happens, you're not going to be able to roll your Water Gun, so you need to prepare another Gator for that purpose. But I will say, if you really want to use Gator, Water Gun. So let's look at the defense. It's the Focus Blast, Stone Edge, neutral damage, and it's going to be weak to Zap Cannon because the Gator is a pure water. So let's get back to the part of the Waterfall or Water Gun part, okay? This one even says that, like, see, the both of them says 100%. But this is my opinion, but I know I'm right, so I'm telling you this right now. Water Gun, as I said earlier, Water Gun has a higher EPS. That's like the charm of Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon is the fastest 2-bar charge move in the game. If you ever like come across with the Hydro Cannon Pokemon in a gym or something like that, pay attention to the damage. It literally, like, even before the yellow warning flash and the text, the damage registers. Like, it's that quick. Like, it's impossible to dodge Hydro Cannon unless you're just lucky and you just swipe at the right time, and then you might be able to dodge. Nobody cannot dodge Hydro Cannon. Like, it's so unpredictable, it's so fast, and it's so good. So, to me, Water Gun, you want to spam the Hydro Cannon, and Water Gun will help. Like, Waterfall, like I said, it does hurt. Like, you know, it has the firepower, but the pure point of spamming the Hydro Cannon and Water Gun is something that I'll highly recommend. So if I ever see the Shadow Gator in a raid, and hopefully I'll get to see the Water Gun, then I'll be like, oh yeah, he knows what's up. Yeah, to me, I would not really fully accept Waterfall Gator. If the Waterfall Gator wanna sit with us, like with the cool kids, like, you know, he won't be able to, like, because we have like a Swampert and then a Water Gator with us, and then like the Waterfall Gator's like sitting over there, you know. So the question of where the Gator stands, Swampert, Shadow Swampert is better. That's it. Sorry, but that's the truth. But if you have one, like I said, invest Elite Fast TM and roll it to Water Gun, okay? No Waterfall. I won't accept it. I mean, you just thank me later, because I know I'm right. And let's talk about Mega Gyarados. The damage 4, bulk 3, consistency 3, best moveset is Waterfall, Hydro Pump. The thing about the Waterfall, like I said, it hits really hard, it's a good move, but at the same time, the whole point of using Mega is to last as long as possible and give the boost to everybody else. So, for that purpose, the Mega Blastoise will do that better. If you want to use Mega Gyarados, like I said, it's fine. It's Hydro Pump, it's a one-bar charge move. It's slightly more difficult than a Hydro Cannon. Like, you might have to dodge here and there and squeeze the Hydro Pump. Plus, Waterfall is very, very slow, you know? So, it's like one over tap and then, like, you're not gonna be able to dodge a charge move. So, yes, if you have that energy, I highly recommend Mega Blastoise. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be like, you know, oh damn, there's a Mega Gyarados. I'm not gonna be like that. So Mega Gyarados is very tanky too. So, and let's look at the Kyogre. So the damage 3, bulk 3, consistency 5, best moveset is Waterfall Surf. Yeah, Hydro Pump, perfectly fine. I actually like both Hydro Pump or Surf. They're very similar. As I said earlier, Hydro Pump is a one-bar charge move, so it might be difficult for some people, but if you know how to use Hydro Pump, good DPS, I love it. So the defense, Focus Blast, Stone Edge, neutral damage, and then the Zap Cannon is a single weakness because it's the water. So yeah, so that's the general water counter. So if you get like a rainy weather, bring Mega Blastoise and then just, you know, fill with the other, like, all the water. That's what you want to do in rain. So yeah, I don't like legendary like this. So any raid bosses that, you know, that the top counter is changing according to weather. And now let's throw the grass Pokemon into the mix, okay? So in Sunny, Mega Venusaur will outperform all the other Pokemon. So let's look at the damage 4, bulk 5, consistency 4, best moveset is Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant. So yes, it's the community they move again. So if you have a good Mega Venusaur, if you don't have a Frenzy Plant, it's really not that good, I would say. I like Solar Beam too though. So let's look at the defense. The Focus Blast Zap Cannon is a single resistance because the Poison resists fighting and then the Grass resists electric. The Stone Edge is a neutral damage. So yes, if you tend to get a sunny weather a lot like me, then yes, I highly recommend Mega Venusaur. So third is the current king of grass Pokemon. So let's look at it. The damage 4, bulk 4, consistency 4, best moveset is Razor Leaf, Frenzy Plant. Yes, another Frenzy Plant community they move. The third, Terra, that's what I call it. It's really good. So let's look at that defense, shall we? The Focus Blast is a neutral damage. Triple resist electric right here, just like a Garchomp, because Garchomp is a dragon ground double resist and dragon single resist. That's why there's a triple resistance. This time he is a ground grass, the ground double resist and then the grass single resist. So against Zap Cannon, he is a champ. Like, oh my god, he's gonna be there forever. And then the single resist Stone Edge because the ground resist rock. So yeah, if you have third That's a really good Pokemon to use. So this could be like the first time the Shadow Turd may come in really handy. I know not a lot of people have talked about it. If you have like other grass Pokemon like a Zarude or Roserade, that will perfectly work as well too. Like I said, I'm just have to break all this down in different weather, and I don't want insanely long videos, so I just kind of have to pick here and there. But and then I do want to talk about ground Pokemon as well too. Please use the grass over ground this time, okay? Unless we get the Mega Garchomp in the future, then this will change. But till then, the damage 3, bulk 4, consistency 4, best moveset is Machamp Earthquake. And then let's look at the defense. The Focus Blast, Zap Cannon is a single resistance because the flying resists fighting, and then the ground, like I said, the ground double resists electric. But also flying is weak to electric, that's why it turned into a single resistance. And then the Stone Edge is a neutral damage. So Lando is okay in sunny, but I would not recommend in neutral weather at all. Like, I do not recommend any ground Pokemon in neutral weather at all. Just stick to Metagross, okay, in that case. And then let's look at the Garchomp, and we are waiting for Mega Garchomp. So the damage 3, bulk 4, 5, consistency 4, best moveset is Machamp Earth Power. So Focus Blast, neutral damage, and just like the third, Zap Cannon, triple resistance, ground double resist, and Dragon single resist. So that's like the crazy part of Garchomp. I'm gonna make the video of those Johto event. I'm gonna do all this counter, and then you will not stop me screaming Garchomp the entire video. Like, I'll tell you that, because Entei is one of those legendary that the top counter changes according to weather, and then this guy will come in sunny weather. So and obviously against Raikou. So yeah, you will hear Garchomp, name Garchomp forever. Anyway, so as I said earlier, if you have a ground, I will not recommend ground unless it's sunny, okay? So please have the team ready to go for Regirock. Have the Metagross, have the fighting, and have the water, and have the grass, okay? When you get invited, like I said, I know you don't know the weather. That's the tricky part. Yeah. Niantic, we need the weather icon on an invite, so we'll know what to use. So I broke it down, these counters according to weather. So, like, Kai and I, when we host the raid hour, we usually tell everyone the weather ahead of time. We'll tell them it's like, hey, we got sunny, we got partly cloudy, and like cloudy and stuff like that. That will help. So if you're gonna do that, go ahead and message your friends and let them know, so they could at least prepare for it. Because it's still tanky. It's really annoying. Like, I'm not really looking forward to raid this thing, but this is the only hundo that I don't have, so yeah, I might have to raid. And please go ahead and check Pokebattler.com/raids, and you click the raid bosses, weather, friendship level, moveset, and you get to see so many more Pokemon. Regirock, there are a bunch of Pokemons that if you go to the website, you will see more Pokemon. Because according to the weather, you choose cloudy, rainy, neutral, snow, sunny, and you see whole new bunch of different Pokemon. So yeah, if you want to have a variety and then, like, you know, see what you can do, please go ahead and check their website, because that will definitely help. I know Ryan has been working super hard on it, so. And hopefully this guy will help, and happy raiding, everybody. Bye!